All right. Well, I'm back. Looks like Thranimir hopped off for a little bit.
If you're back, then I'm back.
All right. Well,
Ren popped in here for a second while you had the fucking
oh, did he?
like loading screen.
What the? For what? Just say hi?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Well, I guess when
I was
you
like, I
moderate
can
the
hear you on stream. Then he left, and I was like,
well, that's solid. Well, I hope the stream enjoyed the cameo appearance.
I was the son of it. That's all right. If he wants to join, I'm okay with him joining. I don't care. I don't know if you care, but
Not particularly, but I mean, if he's gonna join, I want it to be like a proper like thing, not just him crashing the party like, yo, what's up, guys? Like some drunk uncle.
like he always does.
Yeah, I don't want drunk uncle showing up on Thanksgiving uninvited. I want, the fun cousin that I enjoy seeing a couple times a year.
That's fair. I don't know. I never had any drunk uncles, so
Oh,
my family tended to be pretty nice.
that's good.
There's no black sheeps in my family, at least, which is nice.
I definitely got one, but he's in jail now, so we don't worry about it.
Oh, he's a turbo black sheep. Gotcha.
Yeah.
I won't make you go into detail. That just sounds
Lots of bad stuff. But yeah, I'm guessing Thranimir, speaking of dads, but a good one, or at least I assume a good one. I'm guessing Thranimir hopped off for the night. Did he?
He's sitting in a call with Ren and Tuna.
Who's Tuna? I don't even know this guy.
He's a dungeon master. That's about all I know him for.
Okay.
Dungeon master, he tends to play solo player games. He's played like maybe 20 games of League, because they were. I think Autumn is a player in one of his D&D campaigns, and convinced him to download it and play ARAMs with them.
Interesting.
But I think he's played League a total of like 10 times, maybe. But I don't know if you want to start on.
Well,
this is another game where I know one team very well, but I do not know the other team about at all.
yeah, I do know.
At least if they're good players. I don't know their good players very well. I know their lower point value players rather well.
Yeah, let me pull up their sheets really quick, but I do know at least the captains pretty well.
The only thing I know about 7XO is the one time he was going on a tirade in the league chat about fucking Brazilian League of Legends. That's about as far as I know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're all from Brazil. Or at least him and his friends are. I don't know if he built a team fully of his friends or not.
I think that's what he tried to do. That's the team that we rejected.
Yeah, I know. Okay, I know most of these players. So I know Fatal Doll, very consistent Iron Bronze player in our Discord. Chevy is another one of those bronze players in our Discord. The Smex Dungeon I know is a newer player to the Discord. She's friends with Luna and Emmy and those that crowd. Definitely a really solid support main. Been diamond the past couple seasons. So the high elo player of their team. And then 7XO, the team captain. Generally the mid laner. Definitely plays a lot of assassins. Loves Talon. Loves Akshan, Kaisa, that kind of vibe. And
I think I looked up Boosted Bro and it said like Volley Bear Malphite. That's about all I saw on the what was it? On Porofester, I think is what I saw a screenshot of.
Okay.
But,
yeah. And then Team Nyan Garde we actually saw last week. That was our feature match from the week prior.
I'm back. Apologies.
Oh no, welcome back. That's all good. I just didn't know if you were like he just logged off like, all right, game's done.
Right.
Time to go next.
Fucking see ya.
Peace. Like, no, I would say my goodbyes for sure.
Say, good games, everyone.
Right.
Bye.
Out of curiosity, I'm in the commentators booth in Discord, and it says WL and Meow.
Yes.
I'm looking at the other thing that you posted with the pairings. I don't see a WL or a Meow. Who's who?
So WL is short for Which Lane Am I, which is 7XO team captain. And then the other team is Meow, which is short for Nyan Garde, our cat-based team. And they actually played last week. They were our feature from the week prior. And unfortunately, they lost. So both of these teams are actually 0-1 going into this match. So they're both going to be looking for their first win of the week, which is good for them because inevitably one of them has to win. So,
Gotcha.
And they both can't walk out of here 0-2. It's just not possible.
Granted, there's the small caveat that the 7XO team is technically 0-1 because of not getting in their team in time. So
yes, so they were given the game one or the round one loss because they arrived late to the tournament with a couple of issues with their initial team, but they're all sorted out now. Everything is clean and fair and square. And so they're going to be good to go for this round. This will actually be their debut match as far as the official tournament is concerned. So what a nice time to showcase their new talents.
Yeah, I just put a prediction up for everyone. See who do you think is going to win before the game, and then we'll do another one 10, 15 minutes in to see if anyone's mind changes.
Yeah, I know if I was going to go off of just what I know about these players, I think, honestly, I'd have to give it to Team Meow. I think they got underrepresented last week. They did lose, but they put up a really solid fight. The game was really close for most, if not the entire game. And I think they just have a solid, well-rounded team, all things considered. They don't really have a single wink link. Picken definitely is the lowest elo player on their team for the jungle, but even then, he's not that bad of a player. So, like, definitely there's not a single lane or a single role that's really just going to bleed out the team. And I think if they can keep up some solid leads in each of their lane, or at least just go dead neutral, they'll be able to outscale with just pure skill and clean team fighting. They definitely are a really good, solid team together as well. They do a lot of scrims. They do a lot of practice games, lots of VOD reviews. And so I expect a lot more teamwork out of this specific team than I do the average team entered the tournament.
So just clarifying, Meow is Andrew's team?
Yes, that's Team Nyan Garde.
Okay, gotcha. Just verifying. Yeah. I think I'm looking at the roster right now. I mean, they definitely have. I don't think they have anybody that just does absurdly amazing every single game, but every player on their team has very, very consistent. I don't usually see them losing often, and even if they do, it's not no one's going 0-13 on that team.
Yeah.
You say that, but Andrew's had his games.
But again, he's had his games, but it's few and far between. I don't think he feeds often, but when he does, he feeds. But Andrew's also kind of. I think he's a great player. I've casted his games multiple times. I've seen Holly play with him before and other players. I think he's a solid player. I think. In the past, he's been very reliant on a jungle to kind of spoon feed him. But I think as the tournaments go on, I think he's able to kind of sustain his own lane and contribute to the team in whichever way he sees fit, depending on his character. So
I agree with that. And he's very much an in-game leader as well. He knows that he knows he's not going to wow anybody with his mechanics, and he knows he's not going to take over games with his mechanics, but he has to try to lead his team and what he wants to do on the map and what he feels like is the correct plays.
Right, no doubt.
Another thing about last week is that it was super close, and in the end it was like a kind of a little mini draft gap, and it's just because Braum just ate their team for lunch. If there was no Braum in that game last week, then Andrew's team probably wins. But there was a Braum, and misfortune Renata does not do great into Braum.
Yeah, that's definitely a tough matchup for those two. Let's see, Fatal Doll, Boosted Bro, Shepison. I'm not too familiar with all those. I know who Fatal Doll is, but that's about it on that team. Who's the scary? All right, give me one scary person from each team. Someone to look out for. Someone that if they get fed, that they're going to run over the game.
Well,
Nate's an absolute psychopath.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know about Fed, but Nate is definitely a really, really solid support. His Thresh is absolutely scary. Those hooks are magnetic, I swear. So I think you'll see a lot of picks coming out from him, especially if they let him get access to his support. And then on the other side, honestly, I have to give it to our team captain 7XO. Like, he has a really solid assassin gameplay. So giving him something like Irelia or Talon or something similar to that, I think they'll be able to pull it through with a carry. Like, I've seen him be able to 1v5 when getting enough gold and kills. So I think those two are going to be the ones to look out. But kind of what I was getting at before, a lot of these players are definitely ones that can pop off. I know the Smex dungeon is I hate saying that name, but she's definitely been a consistent diamond player, and I've seen her play a few times. She's definitely very consistent, very good at her role. So I think Nate's going to have his hands full a little bit trying to deal with the pressure that she might throw out. I know she likes playing a lot of enchanters, but she's also been able to play some casters as well, so might see something like a Lux or a Seraphine maybe to just pressure out some damage in lane. And Boosted Bro, another one of the higher... and looks like we're going straight into the draft. I guess they're ready to roll. Let's tab over to Champ Select really quick. Oh, I need to update the team logos. Let me do that really quick.
True. And while he's doing that, if you're in the Twitch chat, if you are wanting to get involved in things like this in the future, I'm going to be posting the Discord link in just a second. Just make sure you're following old Team Rosemary here, our good buddy Zach. He's the one who put all this stream stuff together and all the backgrounds and everything that you see. He's doing a fantastic job. So just make sure you give him a follow, and then I'm going to be posting that link shortly.
Why is my... I appreciate the shout out. This team name did not get updated for some reason. There we go.
Ooh, Andrew ended up banning the Talon. That's interesting. Because I'm pretty decent friends with Andrew, and he was talking about some potential spice if they were going to let the Talon through, but I guess they decided against that idea. So.
This is
Misfortune has been very high prio in this tournament so far.
Not my cleanest work.
Yeah, I think she's just naturally just who she is and what the character does. I think she just fits into a lot of comps. It's like
yeah, I can agree with that. She's very well rounded, and she isn't too incredibly complicated to pilot. Oh, I think we have our first Zyra jungle of the tournament.
Yeah. Well, for some reason my overlay didn't update, but it should be good now. Moving into this, I think the Zyra jungle is honestly pretty viable. I mean, we've seen it in pro play picked a good bit. We know
jungle is very strong.
Blackfire Torch is still a really strong item, and building into it for the early minion monster damage, the buff that you get from the I forget what the small item is called, the 900 gold one.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about too.
I could describe it to you, but I couldn't tell you the name of it. But that there's an item that you can build going into it. It's only 900 gold, and it does extra bonus damage to large monsters and camps. So it speeds up AP junglers clears significantly. Such an early power spike for clearing out. Faded Ashes. Yeah, I would not have been able to guess that.
The only reason I had it on top of my head was because I was having that conversation with somebody earlier as well. That is an early Neferi as well. Interesting.
I don't see that champion often, so I'm really interested to see how it goes.
Miniman 00002 is very well known for his jacks as well. So it's a pretty good comfort pick, and then banning out the top laners. Probably 2 response picks into it. That's one of them as well, though. This is quite a draft. Oh, this is quite a draft. there is not a lot of setup for the blue side comp for this misfortune. There's just not a lot of CC. They're doing... God. Okay. So, I have some inside information. The Lisa Neela thing that they have going on is... What the fuck am I looking at? Never
So
mind.
is this that cheesy thing with the you prio or not prio
you proxy? Yeah, it's
proxy? Yeah.
Proxy.
Oh man, this is gonna be interesting. All right, yeah, I'm interested. Hey, look, this is the kind of fun stuff we want to see. All right.
Yeah, yes. And then the other comp is also just an experience, I have to say.
Let's be honest. Are we surprised seeing a comp like this coming from an Andrew team? I feel like Andrew's always kind of got like some spicy thing going on.
No.
Always 24/7.
The Andrew comp. I practiced against it. I was playing against somebody. I played against him at a scrim and he tried this out.
Really? How did it go?
It didn't go well for him, but apparently it got played today in what was it? Vietnam, I think, like in pro play.
Oh wow!
And so he was inspired to pick it.
Interesting.
Today.
Okay.
Yeah. Fun fact: I learned how to manually run ads, so we won't have an ad break midway through the game anymore.
Nice.
Yay.
So those of you guys who are curious, if you got a nice subscription from Thranimir earlier, you guys still get to listen to this exclusive podcast. Everyone else,
hell yeah,
they're looking at ads right now.
Speaking of podcasts, let's talk about Trump. I'm kidding. Let's not do that at all. I was totally kidding. Don't ban me.
All right, and we're back.
And he's gone, and we're back.
And welcome back. Nothing important happened while you were gone. Don't you worry. But I noticed last game that my chat gave me a little blink of like, oh, we're running ads right now. I'm like, oh, I wish you wouldn't. We're kind of in the middle of something. Still have 8. How do you have 8 ads? I ran it for 30 seconds.
And Twitch said, "Up you, loser."
Yeah, they said we need our money.
give me that 20 viewer stream money.
Yeah,
But,
well,
looking at Blue Side Comp, there is not a lot of CC on it for this misfortune to try to perform or do a whole lot of anything. So we'll see how this goes. I have to say, with the weird strategy, I'm still a fan of the right side team comp just because they have more CC than the left side team comp. Like, it's that simple.
I mean, I will say though, if Morgana lands 1 Q, I mean that's 2 seconds of a misfortune all just inside of it. You know what I mean? So if they are going for more of like a screw it, just ult the single person that's Morg Q'd, you know, maybe it'll work out. But no, I agree. I think if they had put a little bit more CC, I think it would be a much better pick for the misfortune. But we'll see how it goes. Yep. Can't count it out just yet.
all right. Looks like we're loading in finally.
Oh, it's Nate on the Zyra jungle. That was interesting. So they're going to have Pick and go top lane, Mini go AD.
Yeah, so they got a whole thing going on with their team comp.
What?
You're gonna have to move those around.
Yeah, we'll reorder these really quick, especially now that I know I can do that. So yeah, I'm guessing Lord of Penguins going with the Lee Sin mid.
Yep. My guess as well.
Mex Dungeon with an interesting Doran's Ring start.
About to say.
Not too sure what the plan is with that one, but Vladimir gonna catch out this invade though, just casually back away. Gonna let Team Nyan Garde put out a ward and just back away slowly.
I think they want this blue buff.
Mex Dungeon going for her own ward from the looks of it. Not really sure what's happening. Oh, they want to try to catch out the Vladimir walking a lane. And no one capitalized.
No one did anything.
They just didn't.
They all just looked at him funny.
Yeah, I like what wait, what is
proxy?
What is happening? They're proxying
the
the wave.
Proxy.
The Mad Lads. They're not going to be able to get back over the wall though. They don't have any. Well, I guess if you hit level 2, it doesn't matter. But yeah, 7XO hitting a U-turn with a Nefiri, about to come down and pick up a free kill on Mini.
Interesting.
And there it goes. First blood handed over. Lord of Penguins, a lot of damage and still level 1. Not really sure this was worth it. Sure, Nate gets to start in the enemy jungle, but so does Chevy, and he's more than happy to start with that blue buff.
Mid does miss a few minions there too, so I don't know. Yeah, that's an interesting one there.
The Lis is going to the Jax is duo lone. What the fuck? Huh?
This is
what is going on?
If any team was going to do this, it was Andrew's team.
This is true.
I don't even
say that is incredibly true.
Should I even reorder? I don't even know what's considered normal anymore.
We're just leaving it alone for a little bit. Let them figure out their own sauce.
Yeah, we'll just let it rock. We'll just let it rock.
Yep.
The double stun is not going to work out as well as they think. That Morgana spell shield is making sure nothing happens. Mini popping the barrier, but not really getting engaged on.
What's happening? A random barrier.
All it's going to take is one Nefiri spell to finish off that Nyla. Honestly, Mini should be recalling here. I know it's not the most optimal lane state, but looks like he's going to get some help from Lord of Penguins coming in with the gank. Flash in with some damage. Q comes off. Is he going to tower dive? He's not going to. He's going to back off. Smart decision. I think he would have ended up dying 1-for-1 in the tower at the best. And you're already so far behind in lane pressure, you can't afford to be diving. But is going to help break this freeze here. Just get the wave under the tower.
I think the whole plan is to... Because the Neela shares the experience. It doesn't matter who she's sharing the experience with. I think that's the whole idea of the strategy. Is to use the Neela to share XP with different members of the team.
Maximizing the XP from all the lane minions, even at level 1. I guess it's something. Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's worth first blood, but, you know, I'm going to let them cook. I'm bold enough to say I don't know everything about this game. They might know something I don't.
Look, if the Vietnamese played it, I'm just saying, maybe they know something we don't.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a decent amount of China and Korean games, and I haven't seen this strategy anywhere that I know of. So, you know, I'm sure someone's done it, but Nate kind of a little slow on his spell rotation there. Didn't really get any damage out with the plant, but just keeping up a little bit of pressure here. Chevy kind of doing the same thing, just hovering mid lane, making sure Mini knows he can't just go in whenever he wants. And good Nefiri damage is just slowly poking it out. Going for a contest on the scuttle, too. Let's see if a fight breaks out or if they're just going to take a 1v1. And yeah, Mini comes rotating down. Nice spell coming out from Nate. Get the snare. Good slow damage. The spell shield's going to come out to protect Chevy, but I don't think it's going to be enough. It's not. Nyla's going to take out the kill. Smack Dungeon gets going in with Ignite. Flash in from Picken with some damage. 1, 2. Leona with the Ignite gets the final kill.
That was a really good snap on the play there.
Yeah, Boosted Bro has basically just gotten a free lane up topside. He has not had anybody in his lane. He's just slowly farming. Not really with much of
CS, unfortunately.
Yeah, not doing a good job at CSing, all honesty.
I don't know about that one, Andrew.
Lord of Penguins going a little deep for some poke, ended up just taking a tower shot. But, you know, if he's going to recall anyways, I guess it's not that big of a deal. And Pickens right back up in the top lane to collect the wave that's been slowly pushing towards him.
I think we have reset to normal lanes. Smile.
Yeah.
Smile.
Lee Sin kicks the Nefiri away. Not gonna take that fight whatsoever. Just making use of that extra XP. Level 6 versus level 5. Nefiri has no damage to finish off the kill. But I guess the recall gets reset. Not really sure why he stopped, but maybe he got pressured off with a spell.
I think he's just being greedy. I don't think that he thinks that the Nefiri has the damage to kill.
Yeah, he's
Which until the Nefiri hits 6, I don't think she does.
Nefiri should be hitting 6 off this wave though. The cannon wave should be more than enough for him to pick up the damage. And then once he hits ult, all he has to do is E in. He doesn't have any way to disengage the fight, so Lee Sin just has to deal with a shield. And that shield ain't going to be able to survive you against an Fury ult, so he's going to have to play it safe. There's the ult. Fury's just going to slowly push this wave. I know...
anything. The wave's pushing away from him. Oh,
Lord of Penguins is kind of in a bad spot here. Doesn't have his TP. Hoping that his Zyra jungle is going to be able to cut some pressure up. They're posturing in the bush. He goes in for some damage. There's the ult. Comes in, gets some more, lashes in. Nefiri not with enough damage. One. Passes in. Lord of Penguins trying to get out with the W, but gets body blocked by the Zyra. Good job with the doggos body blocking the Q as well. And there's the damage. No health and no mana, but it doesn't matter. Lord of Penguins is dead in the ground.
If that dog doesn't dodge that or doesn't block that Q, Nefiri dies. He actually dies. What a guardian angel dog right there.
Yeah, well, that's what Nefiri does. She hunts in a pack for a reason, bro. Sometimes you got to make use of the little underlings.
While we're waiting around, there's a current poll. Who do you want to win? WL blue side or Meow red side?
Yeah, despite the early game shenanigans, red side is currently up. Nyan Garde almost 1,000 gold up. Definitely ahead in XP right now. And for some reason, Boosted Bro, although being in a completely solo lane for most of the game, is still down almost a whole wave of farm. Good 1v1 damage out from Lord of Penguins, and that's going to be a solo kill on 7XO. Those plated steel caps really blocking out a lot of the damage that Nefiri wants to do, I guess.
Me and my homies love tank boots. They're totally not completely imbalanced.
Yeah, and it's going to be a good pick into this lane, too. Yeah, the plated steel caps is going to be really good here, especially if the Vladimir's not getting a whole lot of gold up in the top lane. Not really going to be much of a threat for a long period of time. So while you're being super scrappy with these mid and bot lane fights, steel caps are going to go a long way. And the movement speed, too, allows you to move around the map freely. So you're not going to be missing quite as much CS and experience if you try to go make a play in the jungle. Really, really smart build path from early game for Lord of Penguins.
Yep. Agree. And
Fury's going in for a quick trade for himself. But with the Zyra wrapping around the corner, he's going to have to run away. There's the ultimate. I don't think he's going to want the fight, just using it to back away with the extra movement speed. Zyra jungle's coming in. Wave is not in a good position. 7XO is going to try to push it out, but I don't know if he's going to get away with it. Especially with Picken coming around the back. Here comes the Alpha Strike. Jump in with the stun. Doesn't quite get it. He gets the engage in on Lord of Penguins, but Lord of Penguins is going to be able to get out just barely. Tower shot's going to take it out. Picken gets the kill.
Good roam from Picken there.
Yep, just making use of that added pressure. Especially with the Vladimir just refusing to shove wave for some reason. Just not denying a whole lot. Yep. And Chevy not only gets a free dragon, but gets a
call it free. He loses his life for it.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's free in the sense that Nate decided to start up that dragon without his smite, which is a bit questionable. Picken opting for a trade on the Vladimir. Ooh, does still get the cannon minion. That's good. I was about to say, not sure if this trade is worth it if we're sacrificing 86 gold for it.
And the Jack's
good snare with the bullet time.
That's what I was talking about. 1 Q. Which I don't know why she canceled that, though. You saw that?
Ooh, Smek's Dungeon ends up getting the kill with an auto attack, but we're going to get the chase in.
How many dodges these? Oh, no. End up getting out.
Exactly what I was talking about. She lands the Q, and Misfortune just auto ults. 2 seconds. 2 seconds worth of Misfortune ult just raining down upon you.
Yeah. Miniman only gets out of that because of the barrier, too. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure the damage would have been high enough. Man, just more brutal trades in the mid lane. Nefiri not going to want this smoke, but Smek's Dungeon right around the corner gets the snare with the swamp and the water. Ease back in. Does some damage with the spell shield, and it's going to be enough. Chevy with the cleanup. Nice auto attack engage with the Q. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Vladimir's taking a little bit of poke damage, getting the wave frozen in on him. He's going to be losing even more CS through all of this.
What's the first item we're expecting on the least in mid out of curiosity?
I would guess Eclipse. Yeah.
I'm going to say Mirror on the other side.
Especially with these scrappy trades, getting that extra shield pressure for each fight is going to be pretty useful. Good Leona ult. Spell shield's coming out a little bit late. Fatal's going to try to walk away. The strut's still out. Gets stopped. Tries to auto-attack in a kite, but it's not going to be good enough. Leona ends up getting the kill out on that one. Smash Dungeon going to trade a little bit of damage, but it's not really going to be worth it.
Oh, Nate with a nice sidestep. I don't think it matters because I don't think he's allowed to be here.
Yeah, 7XO is going to be able to take this kill. Ooh, not quite. Vladimir ends up getting the kill, probably with the ultimate. I guess it was timed just right. But Picken has the TP. There he goes. I was going to say, he's choosing not to use it, but there he goes. Make sure he's collecting that wave. Vladimir's never going to get a chance to shove that wave fully under the tower from the looks of it. Only one plate down. This Vladimir is really kind of sandbagging, if I'm being honest. I really would like to see more pressure from his lane.
I feel like I agree. I feel like this Vladimir should be like at least up in CS for not having to lane against anybody for the first like 3 minutes. I don't know.
Is he doing first item Rabadons out of curiosity?
Yeah, it looks like it. Not really sure that's the move, but it is what's going to be happening. Chevy's just really going in for this 1v3, and it's not going to work out for him. There's the kill. I'm guessing he wanted to try to get a smite off on one of the grubs, but just kind of gave his life up for it.
I guess. And Fatal had the flash bot lane away from Mini that had no mana. Playing a little spooked. Which is alright. Not the end of the world.
Ooh, Leona ult flies a little bit wide. Smex Dungeon putting out a little bit of poke damage to reverse the damage, but 7XO just going to keep farming. Not even going to act like that Leona ult came down from the sky.
So he's a far better Lee Sin than I am. I saw him land that Q. If it were me, I would have taken it. I don't care if I have 1 health.
And that's exactly what he just did. Dash in, dash back out. Uses the W to get right back over to the minions. Zyra Snare flies a little bit wide. Good sidestep from 7XO. He's just trying to put out as much pressure as he can in this mid lane, but his team is honestly just kind of bleeding them out. Fatal's going for a quick trade in on Mini. I like it. Nice clean damage coming out from the Misfortune. Oh, that was really good. I'm not even sure if he had vision on that. Smex Dungeon going into the kill. I'm not sure if the Q would have even gotten the kill, though, because of the barrier, but still really clean gameplay. Lord of Penguins going back in, gets a snare off from Nate. There's some damage. Flash out from 7XO. The dogs are going to be able to pick up the kill on Lee Sin. Not quite. Lord of Penguins is still barely walking out of there with just about 100 health to spare. Man, this mid lane is scrappy.
Man, we got fireworks just on cooldown in mid lane. I thought there were a lot of fireworks on the 4th of July, but holy, this is explosive.
Yeah, we just seen a collector finished out by Mini coming back to lane. That's going to be some good pressure. But I believe Fatal's going to have enough gold to finish out this Bloodthirster. We'll see once she gets back to base.
You say that. I don't think so. I think the 2 kills that Mini got, then lane phase, I think he's going to push him over the edge.
Yeah, I guess not. I assume the power plates were going to be enough, but I guess not. Well, that's going to be a definite item advantage for Mini then, if they choose to take that next fight. If we look over at the gold graphs, most of these lanes are honestly extremely even, which makes sense. We only have about a 1k gold lead for Nyan Garde right now. And you're seeing most of that in Mini versus Fatal at this point. Our support...
And in Chevy versus Nate. Let's see.
About a 400 gold lead on Nate and about a 500 gold lead on Guillotine. But mid lane, as scrappy as it has been...
has been pretty solid this game. It has not been...
Yeah, no, Nate's been doing a really clean job. 7XO just popping the ult to run away. Or no, not the ult. Just the regular ult E. Leona ult comes crashing down. Barely going to tag him, just enough for the slow. Nate's not going to be able to follow over. The Briar's about to come flying in with the spell shield. Let's see if the damage is going to be high enough. Chevy knocks back Guillotine back into his team, lands the snare from the Morgana. She gets the ult off. I don't know if she's going to last long enough to get the stun. She does. Lots of damage coming out. Leona gets the kill with the Ignite. Picken comes flying in to kill off 7XO, and there goes Vladimir getting ganged up on. Lord of Penguin's going to take that kill, and that's a clean quadra kill for Team Nyan Garde. Almost an ace if the Misfortune was in the fight.
The Misfortune was sitting bot lane, killing them turrets.
Yep, she was able to trade a little bit of gold back for her team, but definitely was not the fight that that Whose Lane Am I really wanted. Which, speaking of, that just registered to me. We literally have a team called Whose Lane Am I, and they got completely sauced on all these lane trades early on in the game. That you gotta love that irony.
I also love seeing Picken doing well. Picken doing well is always a good thing, and it is the Rabadon's Rush Vladimir. That is some old technology right there.
I was gonna say I haven't seen that in 12 years.
Most of the time, what I see is typically Cosmic Drive Rush.
Yeah.
See if Fatal dies. Fatal's
Fatal's definitely gonna die here. Oh, chooses the.
Oh,
Not really sure what DG was cooking there with the ultimate.
She was just trying to stay alive long enough for the Leona to take it. That was all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, true.
You got to make sure the bullet time comes out so that.
You know, sometimes it's just about making a statement.
Yeah, just making sure they know that you can.
Exactly. I think the big winner through all of this has been Nate in the jungle. Nate is at 108 CS already, and as is like Andres, he's happy.
Just finishes his jungle item with clearing that blue buff out. Gonna be able to get a quick trade out on the bot lane. If he takes this Gromp fast enough, he might be able to kill 7XO. I don't think he knows that he's there. Tab over the vision. He definitely doesn't know that Zyra's there. Sees the plant, thinks something's coming up, but he's going to engage on the Lee Sin. Lord of Penguins comes in for some damage. Zyra ult goes wide. The snare comes out.
Nice root.
And there's the damage from the plant. Snake takes a clean kill with that one.
Yeah, this Zyra is going to be an issue. This Zyra is very strong.
Ooh, there's the catch with the snare. Lots of damage. Misfortune's going to be able to do this. Auto attack with the Q. Ooh. Even burns the Zyra flash in the process. Quite unfortunate for Nate there, but
that's a first caster curse for me. That's my bad, Nate. You're my homie.
Zyra's doing really well. Zyra has been slain.
As if it was on cue. Like, oh.
Yeah. Speaking of doing really, really well, here comes the TP coming in.
Avengers.
Lord of Penguins ready to do some damage. Another kill goes over to Dr. Guillotine on the Leona. Picken gets shut down. There goes some shutdown gold over to 7XO. That Nefiri going to be able to punt out a lot of damage, and this fight's not quite over yet. Guillotine goes back in just to die to the Misfortune. Nice shutdown gold going over to the carries as well. And everybody's picking up kills. Vladimir now at 3 kills. He's going to be able to make use of a lot of that damage building into a second item, which is good because we're going to do a first item rush to Rabadons. We're going to want more. 7XO gets the nice clean engage, but the Smex Dungeon's going to be able to pick up the final kill, probably with the burn of the swamp. Has to burn the flash for that too. I'm going to say that was worth, though. Lots of lane pressure coming up, and with the dragon coming soon, they're going to be able to reset and rotate over there to get some early vision just in time for it. Take the Scuttle Crab probably as well, I would hope. So
yeah, I'm going to say this. Vlad, he was on his own for a while, and we were kind of talking about how he wasn't up in CS and everything. He does have the most CS in the game now, and he's 3-1. 3-1-3, I should say. Maybe Rabadon's first item. We're hating on it, but that's what I'm saying.
Maybe that's the sauce. Chevy's going to drop the Rift Herald mid, and he's going to drive it right into the tower. That's going to be able to be a clean take for sure. All the Void Mites are going to be able to clean that one up. But he's getting engaged on now. Chevy doesn't want this fight. 7XO is going to try to come into the rescue. Doesn't know if he wants to fight, though. And there goes the Briar. Another kill going over to Dr. Guillotine on the Leona. 6-2-5.
This is the most fed Leona you ever see in your life.
Sell that support item. Grab something else, man.
I want to see a Lichbane on that Leona stat.
Lichbane? Give me a Triforce. See Triforce Overlords. They might trade this dragon for a tier 2 in top lane is what I'm looking at here.
Yeah, Pick can do a lot of damage.
Heart Steel.
They also got the tier 1 bot lane. That's opening up the map a lot. A lot of these turret takes.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna focus the Baron over the dragon. They think they can get away with it. There's no vision coming in from who's lane am I.
Zyra does a lot of damage to this. They can get it off. I don't think they know.
Who's lane am I has absolutely no idea that this is going on. They throw a question mark ping out. They think something's up. With Lord of Penguins in the bot lane, Boosted Bro is gonna go take a look really quick.
I think it's gone.
It's too late. It's already gone.
Good Baron Sneak. They have the damage because of Zyra. I'm telling you, this champion's not okay. Like this champion to the jungle, it's it is an issue. It's an issue of pro play, and it's really not that hard to play. And for you and me and everybody else, you spend 7 years of your life trying to learn Lee Sin and sit in Grandmaster, or you can just play Zyra.
Yeah, now we're kind of back to a handshake. I feel like this game started off as pretty even. We saw Nyan Garde pick up a little bit of a lead, about a 2K gold lead. Then we saw it go back even again, and unfortunately after that, Baron in that last team fight, Nyan Garde is just pulled really far ahead. We're almost 4K up now. And if I'm correct, a lot of that... Oh, no, I guess I was wrong. It is pretty evenly spread across the team. I was going to be bold and say that it was Guillotine who had...
it might be in support.
I thought Guillotine was going to be the one who had an insane lead, but really only about 13... Yeah, about 1,300 gold up, which is a lot of gold, but when you consider that it's on the Leona, not really where you want your gold
That is
to
going to be a pretty tanky Leona with all those skills. They do have Warmogs already. They're building up to something. Oh. And this Briar's just being bullied.
Well, if I'm going to be honest, I've been asked to...
Man misses the ult.
Been asked to commentate the rest of this game in Australian, and I'm going to do my best to do it. Unfortunately, I just completely spoke over the entirety of the team fight doing so.
Don't worry about it, mate.
It's
all right.
Yep.
Hey, if y'all want to speak in Aussie with me, y'all can fill out the team Twitch chat as well.
I can't speak for shit.
Let's do it.
Not even going to make an effort. That's quite sad. But, yeah, lots of damage coming out from Nyan Garde. Going to lose Nate and Mini-Man in the process, but Lord of Penguin's just going to use that Baron to push out the top lane, and Pickin is going to use it to pressure out the bot lane. Good Briar ult coming in, but Lord of Penguins is going to be more than tanky enough to take care of it. Just W out. Oh, good Lee Sin kick, making sure Chevy's not going to be able to continue in on that fight. Baron's going to keep up the pressure in the bot lane, but they're going to go ahead and kick a quick recall, reset for some items, and they're going to come back ready and stronger than ever.
And slowly but surely, Meow is coming in on top. Almost 10,000 gold up top.
Yeah, we're just seeing more and more slowly pile up. Chevy, honestly, not doing too hot. Now, we were talking about the Boosted Bro being the sandbag of the team earlier, but Chevy is just not having the game of his day right now. 1 in 7 on the Briar. No damage, no threat. These ults are more of a fear than they are of a actual engage. It's kind of like having a Fiddlesticks, but without all the damage.
All the Fiddlesticks without all the sticks.
Too much fiddle, not enough sticks.
It's just a fiddle. It's just
it's just a fiddle.
Just going crazy.
Yeah, both teams are doing a really good job at just staying as a unit, not spreading out too far. We got Lord of Penguin split pushing the bot lane, but he's got TP. He's ready to join his team if something were to break out and become a little too nasty. And we're just kind of seeing both supports kind of step forward a little bit, looking for some extra picks. Morgana wanting the snare, Leona wanting the dash in. But Morgana's not going to make that Leona engage very easily with the spell shield.
That is very true. That is very true. They do have constant pressure top lane due to having the super minion there, so they're slowly chipping away at this mid dirt. Unfortunately, they don't have the greatest siege due to it being annihilated carry, but at the same time, they're ahead, so they're making it work. Andrew may have gone a little too far.
And we see the tower dive coming in. That's tons of damage out from Miniman. Going to be able to pick up the tower at the same time. Lord of Penguins did go down in the bot lane in the 1v2, but I would say his team's doing pretty good without him. Lots of damage going in on the Jax in the front line, but Pickin's going to have some damage for himself. Taking a lot of tower shots. Going to have to flash out for that one, and they're not going to be able to get the mid tower on that. Going to have to back out. Maybe start recalling so they can posture on the dragon. We'll see if they want to get greedy and take some more camps.
I think in Australian it's called a Drake.
In the Drake?
Drake.
You don't think they call it the dragon?
No, I think they say Drake. I
Drake?
think most.
I think they do say Drake. I think he's right with that. Way back when OCE was a region. 07 to OCE, by the way. I think most of the casters would say Drake. So
Drake, yeah.
I gotta be honest when I say I never really watch the OCE streams. I just know some of the teams whenever they'd enter Worlds.
That's okay. It was only like
they were on at like 5 a.m. EST, and I had to be up for school. So
Yeah.
There I was.
This was way back in the day, too. There was like 12 of us watching it, don't worry. So I'm pretty sure that's when I met Jay. He was one of the 12 people with me watching OCE.
It's just you two and the casters, the 10 players.
Yep.
Speaking of Drake.
Ooh, Leona's going in for the engage. Chevy's going to go over the wall, tries to get the steal, but he's not going to get it. Has to flash back out. Smex Dungeon doing a good job at making sure that Mini stays on the other side. Lots of damage coming out from Team Nyan, Garde, Mini, and Nate doing tons of work, making sure they can pick up another kill on the Briar. Chevy's down for 1 and 9. Smex Dungeon for her 4th death, 2 and 4. Baron is up. They might want to rotate over to
failed for blue team.
Oh, it's not against
are discouraged from surrendering.
It is not against the rules to FF, but it is frowned upon, especially live on stream.
He said, report Nyla. He said, done.
Of course, he's not pushing his waves.
And Chevy was quick on the draw, making sure he's going to make sure that report goes through. You know, when you got as many kills as Guillotine does, you probably want your ADC to put in a little bit of work, you know? You're like, hey, I managed to pick up 6 kills, and I'm just a little old support. I'm going to need you to carry some more of your weight.
That is a very large support. That's a large woman with all those kills.
That's a large woman. That's a mama bear right there.
That's what I'm saying.
One of the most fiercest predators in all the jungle. One wrong move and I'm a goner.
I feel like this one's already over, long gone. I think it's just they're slowly bleeding. Andrew's team eventually going to come together and take out these last few turrets and push for the win. I don't really see a way for blue team to come back into this. I mean, what are you guys thinking?
Yeah, unfortunately, with the team that they came up with like, I mean, they just don't have any CC. Like I said it earlier, that was their main concern. It's like they need to be ahead. They need to be coming out of vision to properly fight in this game, and then they just got behind. So
yeah, the old saying,
pick comp when you can't
pick. Equals GG. So the more of it you have, the better chance you have of winning.
Yeah, no, I think at this point they're really just trying to hope that Nyan Garde makes an overstep here. You know, maybe uses their Baron to pressure a little too deep. You collapse in 2 or 3 players onto one and pick up a couple of picks. I mean, if you can land a kill on this Nyla or on the Zyra, you get yourself a little bit of shutdown gold. Put that in somebody like a Vladimir who's already scaling really, really well, and I think you can have yourself a shot. Honestly, I'd like to see our boosted bro Vladimir here pick up a Medjai's. I feel like at this point, you kind of don't really have much to lose. You haven't really died at all, so I think you'll be able to stack up stuff.
Yeah.
And at this point, you're kind of on Hail Mary territory, so you might as well.
He needs to save the money for a rabbit hunt. Oh, wait. Built the first item.
Already covered.
Nah, I'm talking mad on him, but he's actually playing really well.
You know the other team?
Yeah, I think we're looking at the last couple of seconds of the game here. Nate able to pick up a kill on Fatal Door. Not even going to let her use Q to pulse it out. Miniman gets collapsed in on. There's the shutdown going over to Smex Dungeon. Alpha Strike comes in, but a good flash away from 7XO. He's not going to get stunned up by that one. Leona gets engaged on. Smex Dungeon making sure that Jex is staying out of the fight. Lots of damage coming in from Lord of Penguins. Going to be able to take out the Smex Dungeon for the Morgana. But
and this whole time, they were sitting next to turrets.
That's going to be the game. GG's coming out from Team Nyan Garde, able to take their first victory of the tournament. That makes them 1 and 1.
Woohoo!
I think so far we only have one. We have 2 games left for the weekend. I think we only have 1 2-0 team.
Well, we'll go ahead and throw up a quick vote. Make sure you guys in chat let us know who you want us to do a quick interview by. Personally, for me, I think Lord of Penguins, the team captain, had a lot of damage. Also, I think personally, I'd like to drag in Dr. Guillotine to figure out what she was cooking with all that gold in her pocket.
Who was?
It's just the support classic. Just rush Warmogs and then just be unkillable.
Who was? It was Nate. That's right. Nate was the jungle. Mid was Penguins.
Of course, I think we have Andrew's team in the we have Andrew's team in the chat, and they're giving their votes as they want to throw
All of them
the
are voting for each other. How humble they are. Well,
all right, cast your vote.
While we're waiting on the vote to go up, we can talk about the losing team for a sec, because there were definitely some all-stars that were coming out. 7XO doing a really good job at pressuring his lane and his map at the same time. We see the damage charts reflect it too. 26,000 damage coming out. And the Vladimir not too far behind, only 400 less. Both of them were packing a big amount of damage coming out for their teams. It's just, unfortunately, the Briar was so far behind and the Vladimir wasn't able to put up such pressure in the early game. I don't think it really mattered.
I think so far this is the most split vote we've had, and we have like a 1-1 and 2-2.
Yeah, lots of even spread. I'm willing to see a clean break here. First person to get a vote between Knight and DG, you're gonna be able to get dragged in here. You guys are so humble. If you guys are a team and you all want Nate to be interviewed, make sure you throw 5 votes in his way. I'll be able to undeniably have to interview him.
Yeah, talking about the other team. Yeah, I mean, the two people that know they need to carry were trying their best, but it just seemed like everything fell apart. And again, I just don't like the Steam comp. There's just, again, negative CC. If they had like any more CC in their top lane or their jungle or their mid lane, then maybe it's winnable. If you maybe pick off a target, but.
Yeah, I think they definitely needed a go button, and that was one of their biggest struggles, is they had no way to start the fight. So the only way they were really going to win the game is by steamrolling with stat checks. Oh,
looks like DG has 4 votes.
DG's got a couple of votes. Well, girl, get ready to get drafted.
Hello.
You've been vacuum cleanered.
Welcome.
DG, good job on the game. Tons of kills were going into your pocket. A German accent.
She said Australian.
Australian. Where's she from?
I heard German. I was like, I am a lot of things, but well, actually,
German, I am not.
But yeah, DG, that was a great game from both you and your teammates.
Yeah.
You have any initial thoughts? What were y'all thinking about towards the very end of the game? Obviously, it felt like it was a clean stomp from our end, but did you guys feel?
We were inspired by the VCS team. Go Vietnam.
Vietnam.
Holy shit.
The VCS. What was your...
We were actually just researching, while we were drafting, what's their runes and everything.
Oh my word. The disrespect to be looking up the guide on the second monitor during the draft. That's crazy. So is that what the Nyla strat came in with sharing XP, or were y'all just completely dicking around in level 1?
Yeah, we were supposed to share XP. We still haven't figured out the timing, I guess.
That's fair. Work in progress.
I disagree. You guys won that one by a landslide. I think timing was pretty great for everything. Maybe the particular little thing you're going for with the Lisa and Nyla didn't work out, but I mean, I think at the end of the day, does it matter if you won?
True.
Yeah, it was the same story in the VCS game too, from what Andrew told me.
Yeah.
We honored them. We avenged their defeat. I think they lost.
Andrew told me they won. That was the reason
they won.
Okay.
I actually didn't really watch. I just saw the runes and that was it.
She said, "I watched the first
of all
3
the
minutes."
In the tournament, which team are you most afraid to go against?
That's hard. I'm debating between Momo or Satchel's team.
Is it because of Momo and or Satchel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the short and sweet answers. I do have a question. When it came to getting those kills in the game, how many of them were you intending to receive?
None of them.
No, I don't know if I believe that statement, because I saw you take quite a lot.
Okay, some of them I'm like that one Lee Sin fight. I was like, Lee Sin, you do no damage. So I just just hard. I just hard and then.
Let's be honest. You took them because they put you on Leona, and you didn't want to be on Leona, right? Come on now. I know you played carry in the past.
A little bit. Let's be serious. That Lee Sin kill, that was about sending a statement more than anything. You just drop the ult in their head, and it's like, damn, I just killed you with my ult key.
Yeah, I was practicing my R,
True. Target practice. That's real smart. Real smart.
Yeah, no, that's solid. But yeah, was what were the comms like? Is there anything that you that was happening during the game that we wouldn't have been able to pick up on while we were casting? Anything y'all were joking around about, stuff that y'all were pointing out that you don't think we may have caught?
No, I think honestly I don't really remember. We just played for fun, and we're like, we're gonna keep doing this until we win, and then I'm thankful we did actually win.
Dang, that's some next level BM. She said I wasn't even paying attention to the comms really. I was just kind of dicking around, and suddenly I saw a victory screen at the end.
Dicking around, taking kills, doing what you had to do. I get it.
She said this was an official match. I thought we were just playing norms.
I thought this was bots.
I thought we were in the intermediate. Is this not the tutorial?
That's fine.
What a savage coming out from Dr. Guillotine. Well, it's been great having you in the interview. Great game from you and your team. We're looking forward to seeing more from you guys. I know last week y'all had a close match. Unfortunately, ended up with a defeat screen, but I think you guys were able to pull it back this week, and I'm looking forward to seeing more victories from you guys in the future. Is there anything else you want to say to the people about your team, anything like that before we sign off tonight?
Well, I'm glad I have my team with me. It was really fun playing with them, and I hope to play with more people.
That's the safe PR answer. I'm glad you've been trained.
Well, I can just say I want to get more KDA.
No, you can. Just let him know. He's like, I want to dominate complete and utter devastation. I want every support to be shaking in their boots when they queue up against me.
They're on site, true.
They're on site.
Well, GG's for both teams tonight, and I hope to see more from them in the future. We're definitely going to try to feature more streams and more teams as we go on next few weekends. So those of you guys who are tuned in for the first time or second time, very new to this idea, this is the Tournament of Champions Loaflands Discord tournament, and we're going to be moving forward every single week, round 1, 2, 3, 4, onwards, all the way through to the final screen. So if you guys want to tune in, see your new featured streams, you guys want to see more from any of the 4 teams tonight, or if you want to see more from us as a Loafland Discord, make sure you hit that follow button. Make sure you join the Discord if you don't know how to do that. Let somebody in chat know. We'll get you the link for it. And I think that's it. Joey, Thrandomir, is anything you guys want to say before we sign off for the stream tonight?
Nope. It was a good time.
Good,
man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on board, man. I'm always excited to come do this stuff with you. And everyone in the chat, I sent the Discord link out. If you liked what was going on here and you want to see it more in the future, you want to be a part of it in the future, because Loafland definitely does a lot of these. Definitely join that Discord. Make sure you're following the rules and everything. And like I said before, give Team Rosemary, our boy Zach here, a follow. He's doing a great job with the stream. So that's all I got to say. Appreciate it. Well, good night, guys. Thanks for tuning in. And until next weekend, we will let you guys know in the Discord when we're going live for the next featured match. Bye, guys, and thanks for tuning in.